Welcome back to KCTV English News. I'm Angel Kim. The 25th case of COVID-19 in Jeju was confirmed on the 18th. The patient tested positive at 4 p.m. on July 18th after arriving on Jeju from a trip to Japan. Samples from the patient were collected at the Jeju Airport Screening Center and was self-quarantined before testing positive. The patient is currently being treated at Jeju National University Hospital and has no symptoms. Jeju Island will enhance the quarantine management system in the Halim region due to a series of outbreaks of secondary coronavirus infections. The province will mobilize more health personnel, as well as 6 health centers to support the COVID-19 testing stations. The Jeju Institute of Health and Environment is also expanding its response system in anticipation of a sharp increase in demand for sample collections. As a large number of vulnerable groups, including the elderly, reside in the area of Halimup, the use of all multi-use facilities in the town were suspended, and detailed site inspections will also be enforced. Considering the possibility of additional confirmed cases, Jeju Island plans to inspect quarantine facilities and hospital beds in the province and secure additional beds if necessary. The sea route between Seongsan Port in Seogwipo and the mainland has opened for the first time in 5 years. Along with the reopening, the Jeju Tourism Organization's duty-free shop at the port, which has also been closed for years, is preparing to resume business. Area residents hope the change will help boost the local economy. Todd Thacker reports.
The passenger ship Sunrise Jeju has begun sailing between Seongsan Port in Seogwipo and Nokdong Port in Goheung-gun, South Jeolla Province. Since MERS, or Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, led to the suspension of the route connecting Jangheung, South Jeolla Province in 2015, it has been 5 years since Seongsan Port welcomed ships from the mainland. Operator H Ferry can transport 630 passengers and 170 cars per day between Seongsan and Nokdong ports. The Jeju Tourism Organization is reopening its duty-free shop at Seongsan Port for tourists who leave the island by ferry. The shop has been closed for years. The JTO is planning to reopen its pickup location first and then resume duty-free operations next month after renovations are complete. Expectations for the tourism and logistics industries on the east side of the island are high. Area residents are hopeful that the new ferry sailing will help boost the local economy, which is suffering under the shadow of COVID-19. Todd Thacker, KCTV.
The catch of fish from boats and fisheries in Jeju has increased significantly in the first half of this year. According to the Jeju provincial government, the amount of goods and sales of fishery cooperatives were estimated at 19,000 tons and 180 billion won, respectively, in the first half of this year. The amount of goods increased by 26%, and the sales of goods sold increased by 42% compared to the same period last year. The amount of cutlass fish sold was 8,700 tons, which is an increase of 74% from last year's sales, and yellow croaker saw a 59% increase. On the other hand, the amount of sales for yellowtail, yellow sea bream, and mackerel decreased by 66%, 30%, and 25%, respectively. Thank you for joining us today at KCTV English News. Please follow us on YouTube at KCTV E! News Jeju and on KCTV's VOD service. Have a great evening.